Okay, so now I wait for some people to join. I have some marks, brand new from today. Yeah, and blisters a bit. I got that. No, it's not fingers. Don't even think that. But then I got that. And I got okay. So I got some couple scratches. But that I got that. Not self-harm. I promise it's not self-harm. And I got that. Wait, that. Take a wild guess on what happened. Just a wild guess. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. I tried helping breed a mare today. And she really wanted to see that stud. So she almost pulled me over the wall. Very fun, very fun. It was only about as high as this, so not that tall. It was a bit bigger, but roughly around the same size. So let's get into reading. So if you are from my last live, I'm sorry I didn't read part of chapter 35 on my own. So we are only reading part of chapter 35, and we are reading full chapter 36. Okay. Just give us one pass around that statue. Wait. Just give us one pass around that statue's head? I asked. Enough to distract it. Then set us down on the beach. She clicked her mandibles doubtfully. You're the best mama in the whole world, I added, and you look lovely today. That line always worked with Leto. It did the trick with Mama Ant, too. She twitched her antennae, perhaps sending a high-frequency signal to her soldiers, and all three ants banked hard to the right. Shut it! Below us, more campers joined the battle. Sherman Yang had harnessed 2 Pegasi to a chariot and was now circling the statue's legs while Julia and Alice threw electric javelins at the Colossus's knees. The missiles stuck in his joints, discharging tendrils of blue lightning, but the statue barely seemed to notice. Meanwhile, at his feet, Connor Stoll and Harley used twin flamethrowers to give the Colossus a molten pedicure, while the Nike twins manned a catapult, lobbing boulders at the Colossus's celestial bronze crotch. Malcolm Pace, a true child of Athena, was coordinating the attacks from a hastily organized command post on the green. He and Nisa had spread war maps across a card table and were shouting targeting coordinates while Shiria, Damien, Paulo, and Billy rushed to set up ballista around the communal hearth. Malcolm looked like the perfect battlefield commander, except for the fact that he'd forgotten his pants. He's pantsless. His red briefs made quite a statement with his sword and leather cuirass. Mama dove toward the Colossus, leaving my stomach at a higher altitude. I had a moment to appreciate the statue's regal features, its metal bow rimmed with a spiky crown meant to represent the beams of the sun. The Colossus was supposed to be Nero as the sun god, but the emperor had wisely made the face resemble mine more closely than his. Only the line of his nose and its ghastly neck beard suggested Nero's trademark ugliness. Also, did I mention that the 100-foot statue was entirely nude? Oh. So instead of, wait, I'm not going to say that. I'm actually not going to say that. Well, of course it was. Gods are almost always depicted as nude because we are flawless beings. Why would you cover up perfection? Still, it was a little disconcerting to see my butt-naked self stomping around, slamming a ship's rudder at Camp Half-Blood. Imagine something, huge gold statue just coming at you, bare naked. I'm gonna rub my butt on this, man. As we approached the Colossus, I bellowed loudly, "Imposter! I am the real Apollo. You're ugly!" Oh dear reader, it was hard to yell such words at my own handsome visage, but I did. Such was my courage. The Colossus did not like being insulted. As Mama and her soldiers veered away, the statue swung its rudder upward. Had you ever collided with a bomber? I had a sudden flashback to Dresden in 1945 when the planes were so thick in the air I literally could not find a safe lane to drive in. The axle on the Sun Chariot was out of alignment for weeks. After that, I realized the ants were not fast enough flyers to escape the rudder's reach. I saw catastrophe approaching in slow motion. At the last possible moment, I yelled, "Dive!" We plunged straight down. The rudder only clipped the ant's wings, but it was enough to send us spiraling toward the beach. I was grateful for soft sand. I ate quite a bit of it when we crash landed, but sheer luck, none of us died. Though Kayla and Austin had to pull me up to my feet. "Are you okay?" Austin asked. "Fine," I said. "We must hurry." The Colossus stared down at us, perhaps trying to discern whether we were dying in agony yet or needed some additional pain. I had wanted to get his attention, and I had succeeded. Huzzah! I glanced at Mama and her soldiers, who were shaking the sand off their carapaces. "Thank you. Now save yourselves. Fly!" They did not need to be told twice. I suppose ants have a natural fear to large humanoids looming over them, about to squash them with a heavy foot. Mama and her guards buzzed into the sky. Marina looked after them. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm going to miss those guys. "Hey," called Nico D'Angelo. He and Will scrambled over to the dunes, still dripping from their swim in the canoe lake. What's the plan? Will seemed calm, but I knew him well enough by now to tell that inside he was as charged as a bare electrical wire. Boom! The statue strode toward us. One more step, and it would be on top of us. Isn't there a control valve on its anklet? Ellis asked. If we can open it. No, I said. You're thinking of Talos. This is not Talos. Nico brushed his dark, wet hair from his forehead. Then what? Then what? I had a lovely view of the Colossus's nose. Its nostrils were sealed with bronze, I supposed because Nero hadn't wanted his detractors trying to shoot arrows into his imperial noggin. I yelped. Kayla grabbed my arm. Apollo, what's wrong? Arrows into the Colossus's head. Oh gods, I had an idea that would never ever work. However, it seemed better than our other option, which was to be crushed under a 2-ton bronze foot. Will, Kayla, Austin, I said, come with me. And Nico, said Nico, I have a doctor's note. Fine, I said. Ellis, Cecil, Miranda, do whatever you can to keep the Colossus's attention. The shadow of the enormous foot darkened the sand. Now, I yelped, scatter! That is the end of chapter 25. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to see what I can do for this part. It's going to be more difficult because I'd like to get to that bridal for show on Monday. We did a ton of conditioning. Actually, we didn't do that much. It just felt like a lot because of because it felt like a lot but I'm going to end it off there because I don't think anybody's really going to join. And I do have to get this done. I will see you guys tomorrow, maybe. Peace. Okay, 3, 2, 1, peace.